Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. It's your host, Rising Oblivion. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about Persona 4 Golden and what this might mean for the future of Persona ports and this year in general, being the 25th anniversary of Persona. Atlus did say that they were going to have some more stuff down the pipeline to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Persona. So yes, Persona 4 Golden has reached 1 million sales on Steam. So get that, just Steam alone, without an actual console release or a console port of any kind, just having it on Steam had a 1 million players sold for Persona 4 Golden, which is pretty insane considering that 8 years ago this game dropped June 14th, 2012 in Japan. Just talking about the Persona 4 Golden version in general, not just Persona 4, but the Golden version had 1.5 million copies sold, well, worldwide, which is pretty intense to think about, that basically we have done 2/3 of the sales compared to when the game originally released on the PS4, which you would think would be where they would have went first with this, but no, they decided to go to Steam. They decided to jump to PC, and I think that is because it's a very, very untapped market, but I don't think they realize how much people are actually wanting to have these games ported to other things. But with the help of Sega and the hype over the 25th anniversary of Persona, we would assume that hopefully they're trying to bring Persona 4 Golden over to some other stuff. There were a lot of leaks of people talking about Persona 5 jumping over to Game Pass, jumping over to Xbox and stuff like that, but they ended up not coming true. But some of the other leaks were true, and some of the leaks that were going around was Persona 4 Golden jumping to console, or Persona 5 jumping to other things like the Switch, like Steam, like on PC, which could be down the pipeline, which could be in the future. So hopefully, fingers crossed, and I think we've all been sort of guessing this, that, you know, Atlus and Sega sort of see this thing. I think Sega, knowing how well the Persona series can do, same thing with their other IPs like Yakuza, they're trying to branch them out and bring them to other things. And with the success of SMT3 Nocturne HD, it clearly goes to show how much we really want to have this thing out there. And SMT5's hype has been huge as well. If you think about it, we've really had more Shin Megami Tensei, just SMT stuff in general, more than just the actual Persona games when it comes to this year. Even though this is Persona's 25th anniversary, we've had more Shin Megami Tensei things. SMT3 coming out, a lot of hype behind SMT5. It could just be that these things are lining up awkwardly, that the fact that they're, you know, coming out and it takes a little bit of time, especially because SMT3 technically came out last year. When it comes to Japan, we just got it this year, unfortunately. You know, we've had Persona 5 Strikers come out this year, but for Japan, technically, they didn't come out for them this year on the anniversary either. So either way, you sort of look at it, whether it really is, you know, releases in the West or in Japan, the 25th anniversary for both us and Japan in general for Persona has sort of been light. There really hasn't been a whole lot going on. They also added Sonic to the SMT phone game, if people really play that, and obviously all the hype around SMT5. There's been more love really for SMT than there really has been for Persona. So either that means we're getting the old Atlus treatment where we're being as forgotten as Kasumi is, or simply they just have a lot of really crazy stuff planned and a lot of crazy stuff that they're working very, very hard on getting out there. That could be easily what is happening, is the development time for something. So something that comes to mind when I think of what could take such a long time to develop. A lot of times they give out Persona 4 Golden, a lot of these other ports to the PC. It's not actually done through Atlus, it's done through a third party. So why could things be taking so long? It seems more than likely that something is going to be happening in-house, in Atlus. More than likely, they're working on something that is taking a very long time, or like I said, we're being as forgotten as Kasumi is. Either way, we're either going to be seeing something really, really good, I think, for the 25th anniversary. We have literally about half a year left, so hopefully we end up seeing this very soon, or we're going to really not be getting a whole lot, maybe just some disappointment. But I know a lot of people are really screaming for that Persona 3 remaster or a Persona 4 port on the consoles, and when it comes to just dealing with Persona in general, there's really only a couple avenues they could really go down, and that really is Persona 3, 4, or 5. The likelihood of them touching Persona 1 and 2 I don't think are very likely, considering how most of the development teams that were working on Persona 1 and 2 have really decided to jump and start doing different things. SMT3 got remastered pretty much by the same people who made it a long time ago. ago. It kind of makes sense how they kind of got away with that, and over in Japan it's a little bit different. Touching other people's series that are a lot older, it's kind of frowned upon. It's not something you typically do, hence why a lot of the Pokemon games aren't ported over, because some of the people have changed over the years. So I think it's more than likely we're going to see something with Persona 3, Persona 4, or Persona 5. Persona 4 obviously just getting its ports over to console, maybe Switch, something like that, and Persona 3 just getting a flat-out just remaster in general. But it might end up just being something like a port like we've seen with Persona 4 Golden. You gotta think, Persona 4 Golden, technically you can upscale it. You can have it on 4K monitor if you want to run it on a 4K monitor. You can have it on a 1080p monitor. Technically, that is better than what it had been before, so you could kind of say that is technically HD. You are watching it in a higher resolution that's technically HD, but the actual models and things themselves might not actually be changed compared to what they were before. It's not like SMT3, where SMT3, they deliberately went in and completely changed certain models, touched up on graphics, changed cutscenes and different things like that, changed frame rates and whatever. Persona 4 Golden doesn't really have a so-called HD remake, so we could see something like an HD remake for Persona 4 Golden. Moving on over though, we have SMT3, which might either just get a port, just like Persona 4 Golden did, or get an actual HD remake as well. And then of course, when it comes to Persona 5 or Persona 5 Royal, everybody and their mother wants it on Switch. By now, Atlus knows this, Sega knows this as well. Everybody around there knows that a lot of the people are wanting it on Switch, seeing as how Persona 5 Royal gave the probably biggest boost in Atlus's confidence and as a company that they've probably ever had, and it saved them from bankruptcy. I could definitely see them trying to push Persona 5 Royal to more things like Steam and like on Switch. If it ends up being something that is ported over to Switch or Xbox, I could definitely see it also being put to PC as well. I don't really see them now with how we've seen this multiple times in a row with, you know, SMT3 and with Persona 5 Strikers. I don't see them just porting it to one thing. More than likely it'll be like a thing where they simultaneously release it for multiple things, like giving it to Game Pass and on Switch and on Steam. Porting it over to a bunch of different things is more than likely what we'll end up seeing for something like Persona 5 Royal. I mean, SMT3 had that and Strikers had that, especially if it's going to be something that's brought out to the West. I definitely could see them trying to also push it to PC, and seeing that the sales of Persona 4 Golden is at 1 million, getting very close to what it was on PS Vita. It's kind of a no-brainer for them to have to push this thing over to PC. So we'll have to see in the future what comes with Persona 3, 4, and 5. Hopefully we end up seeing some type of HD bundles or something like that. That'd be very interesting to see. Maybe an HD bundle of all the games on Switch would be interesting, or even just seeing them all bundled happening with the 25th anniversary of Persona. So I will keep you notified. I will keep you up to date. I also live stream a lot, so subscribe, click the bell. I've been currently running through SMT3 HD Nocturne Remaster, so I've been having a lot of fun doing that. But I will see you in the next video. Thank you all so much for watching.